you going to do, Bella?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. Nicole and Chip, we're on the farm. Huge day for us.
Big, exciting day today.
I'm so excited. I don't have words right now. Nicole let me get some new members to the family.
He talked me into it.
I'm so happy right now. It's an animal that I've had my eyes on, and it's got a whole backstory to how I was able to actually get this guy. Love him to death. He's my new best friend.
You can tell how excited he is.
But before we get into him, we need to go into the barn. Today is puppy maintenance day. Our puppies are about 3 weeks old right now. Both litters, they're about 5 days apart. Yeah. But both litters are 8 weeks. No, they're not. No. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
They're 3 weeks right now, so we need to start our deworming process.
Yeah, they're due.
So we're gonna get into the barn with them. The kids are gonna help us take care of deworming, and then we're gonna get out on the pasture and
we're gonna show you the new animals.
We're gonna get some cuddles in. We're up to our eyeballs in puppies right now. Literally. We got 21 puppies. We got 2 moms. We got an Anatolian Great Pyrenees mix, and then we also have a full-blooded Anatolian Shepherd. The Anatolian Shepherd, Roxy, she's given us 9 puppies.
Yep.
The Great Pyrenees, Piper, has given us 12 puppies.
12 puppies.
So we're sitting on 21 right now. They're born about 5 days apart. So Nicole has the Anatolian Pyrenees mix puppy, and I have the Anatolian Shepherd pure puppy. So this one's about 5 days behind this one, and it's just amazing to see the differences in the development. This one, eyes open, starts jumping up, running around. 5 days later, this litter is right behind them doing the same.
Yeah, so they're not quite as active yet.
Yeah, but these guys are everywhere.
All over the place.
Barking, growling, fighting, playing, and these are still kind of laying around sleeping a little bit. They're getting up. They're still a little wobbly. Thank you. They're still a little wobbly when they walk, but they're catching up. It's amazing to watch these guys learn something new, and then 5 days later, these guys are right behind them. But both of them are ready to start getting dewormed, and that's something that's really important to make sure that they're healthy when they find their new homes and they find their new workplaces. So today, Nicole and I with the kids are gonna go through and we're gonna deworm everybody. Rooster.
We got a lot of puppies, so it's gonna be
a big team
assembly
effort.
Line.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to get through all 21 of these puppies.
We can also give dewormer to the bed.
Yeah. Oh, these are the little ones.
That's their first dewormer. We'll have to do that again periodically while we have them here with us, and then at 6 weeks we will give them their first set of shots, and
they'll be ready to go to their new homes.
Ready to rock. We're gonna start introducing livestock to these guys fairly soon. We've already got a pig in there with them that we're training them on pigs, and we're training pigs on dogs.
Yeah, that, and they are exposed to chickens anyway. Yeah. So, so that's a daily interaction right there. And as they're starting to get bigger and following their parents around, they're going to get introduced to the larger livestock as well, just by being out there.
Yep. So on Facebook, we follow a bunch of different farms and farming community pages. So I found a lady that had a Highland cattle, Highland Bull that she needed to rehome. There's been a surgery in the family, and they couldn't take care of the cows anymore. They had 3. They had the Highland, they had a Piney Wood, and then a Hereford mix. All 3 of them had to go together.
Yes.
She would not budge on all 3 having to go together, and I tried so hard to just get the Highland Bull.
And my immediate answer was no.
But you gotta stay persistent. You can't just accept no.
If he's nothing else, he's a salesman.
So I've been trying to get the lady to just let me get the bull, just the bull, and we'll find new homes. I told her I didn't feel comfortable taking all 3 because if it didn't work out, then I would feel guilty if I had to rehome them. And she was like, well, let me talk it over with the family and we'll see what we can do. And they just weren't budging on all 3 of them, and I wasn't budging on taking all 3.
And yeah, and I wasn't budging on getting them in the first place. So he had to
obviously
be persistent in talking me into it.
So I'm trying to talk to this couple on Facebook, trying to get them to sell him to me. I'm trying to convince Nicole that we need him, and it's the world against Chip out here is what it feels like.
Basically.
So every day I was hitting them on Messenger at the end of the day. Do you still have my bull? Did you sell my bull yet? And every day, nope, we still got him. We're still keeping you in mind. If something happens and we change our mind, we'll reach out to you and we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The next day, hey, do you still have my bull? Every day, every day at the end of the night, like clockwork, 7 o'clock every night, I was messaging just to keep my name in the conversation. And every day it was. And then she found somebody that was willing to take all 3 in Ocala, Florida, which is about 6 hours away from us. And she was going to have to drive
deliver
the cattle and deliver them to Ocala, Florida. And my heart was broken, and I'm like, this opportunity is slipping through my fingers. And then I was like, you know what? I'll take all 3.
I'm not even going to talk it over with Nicole. I'll just take them.
Nicole was on board. She was always on board. If she wasn't on board from the get-go, she plays hard to get, just so that she can have that peace of mind of saying, well, I tried to say no, but she knows that she knew we were getting them. So they're trying to drive them to Ocala, 6 hours away, and I'm like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Bring them to me. I'll take all 3. I'll take all 3. I'll do it. Just don't go to Ocala. Bring them to me. I'm 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. Here's my YouTube channel. You'll be able to see them grow. You'll be able to see them. You take them to Ocala, you're never going to see them again.
Yeah.
It's like, bring them to me. I'll put them on my channel. You'll see them every week, and I will allow you to come out for visitation.
Visitation rights.
Anytime you need to come and check on them, you come on out. So she's like, whoa, I don't want to go back on Ocala. I don't want to just do that to them. Let me talk to them. And then she talked to them, and they weren't interested in putting a deposit down up front anyways. So the lady didn't want to make a 6-hour drive without a deposit, and the couple in Ocala weren't comfortable putting a deposit on animals that were 6 hours away. So I don't really feel like I threw a wrench into the deal, but once that dissolved, it was like, okay, I'm done playing. I'm gonna mess around and I'm gonna lose this guy. Just bring him to me. Just bring him to me. And he's here now.
I got a call from him that day. It's like, we got him. They're bringing them. Like, okay.
And he's a sweetheart.
All right, fine.
And just like with everything else, Nicole has immediately fell in love with him.
He is a sweetheart.
Yeah, of course he is.
He is. And like, but you know what? A full-grown cow with big old horns on it sure is intimidating.
Yeah,
if it walks towards you and you don't know it.
He is. He's short. He's very short, but
And
he's
stout.
very stout. He's very thick, and he's got long horns, and he's very intimidating when it comes up.
He looks very cuddly though, but yes, big animal with horns walking towards you. Doesn't even need to run, okay?
Yeah.
Intimidating.
Yeah. So one of the things that we always stress on the homestead is that we are not a petting zoo, and we're still not a petting zoo.
Yet.
We're not. We're
Yet.
not. He makes it difficult to not be a petting zoo because we love to rub on him, but we are going to put him to work here.
Yeah, I mean he's an intact bull.
Yes.
So he'll be putting some work in.
Yeah. So he came with 2 ladies. The 2 heifers that he came with are expected to have already been bred to him. So we'll get milk from them.
Yeah.
Heidi, our Jersey Holstein mix calf that we have, heifer that we have.
So many terms. Like what?
The Jersey Holstein heifer that we have, we will use him to breed her. So he's gonna have a job. He's gonna have a role here.
We knew when we were getting Heidi that we're gonna have to breed her eventually. We didn't really plan on adding a bull, so to say, but obviously this worked out. And when it comes to breeding and calving, size-wise, her having a mix with a Highland is not gonna be a bad thing. Yeah. It's, size-wise, that's gonna work out just fine.
Yeah. So things that we like about the Highland, obviously they
the haircut.
They look amazing. They're attention grabbers. That's why they're used for wall art everywhere. You go to any Buc-ee's.
Any Buc-ee's?
Any Buc-ee's gas station, and they just got wall art of Highland cattle everywhere.
Any antique store you got.
Because they're such beautiful animals by themselves. But aside from that, they're a miniature breed, a smaller breed. I don't want to say miniature. I don't want to say miniature, but they're a smaller breed. They're very docile. He just hangs around. He's not an aggressive bull.
No, he's not.
He's chill. We can walk right up to him. We can rub on him. We can pet on him. He doesn't get mad.
No, I mean, it has a lot to do, obviously, with how he was raised as well.
Yeah.
The couple that we got him from have been handling him since he was a baby. So he's used to human interaction.
So they're a Scottish breed, and in Scotland, they're used as beef cattle. They like them because they're so small. Yeah. And they do really well in that
climate.
Yeah. Over here, it's a little more challenging. I know we're in Florida and everybody freaks out. It's Florida. There are already Highlands here, and they adjust well to Florida weather. We got to keep him brushed out so he doesn't have a thick coat. Most of the thick hair that he has is on his head. He's not like covered in shaggy hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna come. He'll have a winter coat as it gets colder for sure. But
right now, on his body, he's got a real thin coat.
He just needs to be kept in water, water availability, shade availability, and shelter. Yeah. And that's really it with livestock in general. Yeah. So
he's gonna do great here. He's been in Florida his whole life. It's not like we brought him from Scotland to Florida. He was living literally 20 miles down the road his whole life. So this isn't bringing him here isn't going to be some kind of huge climate shock for him.
Yeah, we're technically in the Florida Highlands. We're like 50 feet above sea level here. So
so he's gonna do fine, and he's gonna have a job here. We still, even though it was an impulse buy, it
was definitely an impulse buy.
Even though it was an impulse buy, he's still gonna have a job here. It does not change anything as far as our no petting zoo mentality.
Yeah, which, impulse buying, that's definitely one of the many challenges I run into with this one. With new livestock comes different infrastructure requirements. We have the pasture, we have the cross fence, we have all that, both with the fencing and with the electrical, which worked fine for the goats and the smaller cows we have, but these have not been trained to the pasture that we have here.
Yes.
So we need to add some additional electrical wires so that we can keep them off the fence and have them not run into it or run through it.
Yeah, he's a big boy and he's testing everything out right now. he's kind of put a hurting on some of our cross fencing that doesn't have electric wire, hot wire running across it. So we're gonna need to add some more hot wire just to keep him off. He's got plenty of trees and whatnot to rub on, but apparently he likes rubbing on fences.
Well, just like the goats as well. So we just need to add some electrical wire, about shoulder height maybe, just to keep them off of that, which is fine. That's easy enough to do. We have the materials here. And another thing that we've been talking about that we want to do anyway is add additional pasture, just to be able to rotate all the livestock in general, and give some of the land some rest to recover and get them on new fresh grass.
Yeah, we want to do some additional cross fencing in the pastures that we already have, and also start expanding fencing for pasture. That we got a lot of grass that's outside of our fencing.
Yeah, we have a lot of grass outside of the pasture, just not inside the pasture.
Because we don't have enough cross fencing to give our pasture time to rest and recoup. It's always got animals on it, and that's really bad for the pasture.
For the pasture and for the animals and everything.
Yeah. So we need to get more fencing up, and this is something this is just a challenge that we have to face. And this whole homesteading thing, there's no destination to it.
No.
It's always challenges.
It's always something that needs to be done, that needs to be improved. And fencing is just one of the big things that I don't think we're ever going to stop building fencing. There's always going to be something to fence off, fence in, cross fence, fix, something with the fencing.
Yes. But hopefully he doesn't destroy everything before we get it taken care of.
Right. So time is of the essence. Yeah. Let's get to it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go play with Brody, and we'll see you guys in the next video.